Eurobox presents Freedom from Servitude, written by Folarin, Olufemi, Akinremi. Freedom from Servitude is a powerful memoir that takes readers into the heart of Nigeria's public service during the mid-12th century. Through the author's personal journey, it exposes the challenges, frustrations, and moral tests of a system marked by hierarchy, stagnation, and corruption, while also celebrating integrity, resilience, and loyalty to one's country. Today, we meet Mr. Olatokunbo Akinremi, the assignee of this book and the writer's son, who's our special guest today to give us a deeper insight on his father's book. Hi, Olatokunbo. Nice to see you, and thank you for accepting our invitation.
Nice to be with you. Nice to be with you too.
So, your father was warned by his father, your grandfather, against joining the civil service, yet he served for over 30 years. What motivated him to defy the advice and pursue that path?
Thank you for the question. I will try and be brief. It's a narration of how he actually found himself in the civil service. I will start by saying it was fate that played a cruel trick on him. He never wanted to go against the wish of his dad. He was working as an independent journalist with some nationalist newspapers that fought for our country's independence from British colonial rule. He worked as sub-editor with Daily Service in 1949. He also joined Daily Times as night editor in 1952 and moved on to Daily Success as an associate editor. He rejoined Daily Service in 1953 as a sub-editor with late Chief Bisi Onabanjo as the editor. Late Chief Bisi Onabanjo later rose to become the governor of a state in Nigeria. According to what he told me, he said late Chief Bisi Onabanjo was a hard taskmaster who he found very difficult to please on journalism assignments given to him. The man posted into the Western region as a regional correspondent. He suddenly turned around one day and relieved him of his post and brought in a childhood friend of his to take his position as a regional correspondent. So he became jobless. While serving as a regional correspondent, he had made relationship with a British guy at the British Council Advisory Committee on the job relationship. So he said he took his sack letter to the man, I think he said his name was Mr. Danford. He was an expatriate who was a very influential man with the British Council Advisory Committee. So when his friend found out that he had been relieved of his appointment, he asked him what he wanted to do next. And he gave him two options in the Nigerian public service. That was either joining the Ministry of Information or joining Radio Nigeria.
Also, your father writes about slavish mentality within this system. Do you believe this culture still exists in today's Nigerian public service?
Yeah, I'm one of the few Nigerians who have been able to survive in private sector business since I left the university in 1990. But I have some colleagues and junior friends who joined the public service since we left the university. The feedback I always get from them on their experiences at the place is not different from what my father wrote in his book. All the evil things my father said were plaguing the system have not been removed as of today. So they are still there.
And throughout your father's career, he refused to compromise his integrity for wealth. What is this inner strength or philosophy that helped me make these difficult choices?
Thank you very much. My father was a very contented and modest man. His popular adages to his kids were the following: good name is better than riches. Man's best servant is himself. Honesty exalts a nation. He was a welfareist who had leftist idiosyncratic point of views to life. Those are the factors I think would have prompted him to live the kind of way he lived in the public service.
Looking back, what is the message that you hope that the younger generations, especially those entering public service, will take away from this book?
Honestly speaking, to me, it's a two-way thing. The younger guys who are desirous of doing a clean career job at the public service should be aware of all these bottlenecks and impediments they are likely to encounter, and they should hope and pray for improvement or eradication of these issues so that they can attain the peak of their career. On the second hand, younger guys who are also fantasizing on going into the public service to make cheap wealth and success, like some people they know, should also know all these issues and be conscious that it is not all bed of roses.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Olatokunbo. The message also is very positive and wonderful, and we wish you best luck with your father's book.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Akinremi's story is not only about survival, but also about the pursuit of justice, freedom, and a meaningful life after service. It resonates with workers, reformers, and readers seeking authentic voices that speak of truth, sacrifice, and hope. Freedom from Servitude is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobooks.